Hi guys, you're welcome back to another section of our differential equation series. In this lesson, I'll take you through the order and degree of differential equation. I have a couple of examples to illustrate this to you. First of all, when we say order of differential equation, what you're trying to say is the highest derivative in the equation. So if I have an equation, the highest derivative I can identify gives me the order of that equation. I can have y prime prime, y prime prime prime. This is the first order, second order, third order, and as well as we have higher order derivatives. So this gives the idea of first, second, third. Y prime is the same as the y on the x. Y prime prime is the same as the squared y on the x squared. This is the same as the cube y over the s cube. Degree is simply the power of the highest derivative. After identifying the highest derivative in any differential equation, the, the power to which that derivative is raised is what we call the degree of our differential equation. So if I have y prime to the power 2 and I identify y prime as my highest derivative, then the degree is going to be 2 whilst the order is 1. And that is how we find order and degree. Now let's get back to these examples for you to understand better. Let's take the very first one. I have the cube y over the s cube plus 3x multiplying the y on the x is equal to e to the power y. In this equation, I can identify my highest derivative to be the cube y over the s cube. Therefore, order is equal to 3. Then the degree, what is the power to which this derivative is raised? This derivative is raised to the power 1. It's just the cube y. So order is 3, degree is 1. Let me go to the second one. Let me come here. So when I come to this example, I have the squared y over the x squared all to the power 4 plus the y on the x is equal to 3. In this particular example, you realize that the highest power I can see is the squared y. So the highest order is 2. So order is 2. I have the y on the x, which is 1. That's the first order. No. The highest is the squared y over the x squared. But the degree is to the power to which this is raised. And obviously you can see it's 4. So degree is 4. I come to this third one. Now you can see some square roots here. Whenever you see a square root where a derivative is within its argument, the first thing is to get rid of the square root before you can find the order or degree. Otherwise, you're going to make a mistake. So we can rewrite this equation by taking the square on both sides. So I'll have square root of the expression the squared y over the x squared, right? So I'll have this should be equal to x minus the y over the x. As you can see here, this will go on the right side, then you square both sides. Okay, so when you square, this cancels this, and you are going to have the squared y on the x squared to be equal to what you have here. From now, you can see that the highest power is 2 because this squared here, after expanding, you're surely going to have the highest. Um, okay, wait. You can see that here is the squared y over the x squared, right? This is the y on the x. Even if you expand this, we still have only first derivative appearing here. The squared here will only affect the power, but not the order with which you see here. So the highest power, but so therefore the highest order is going to be 2. So sorry, order is 2. Then the power to which this order is raised is what? 1. So therefore our degree is going to give us 1. If upon observation from here you would have said that the order is 2, all right, but you get the degree wrong by saying the degree is 1 out of 2. No, we don't do it that way. So you make sure you clear all the radical signs before you're able to say that the order is 2 and the degree is 1. Finally, we have the squared y over the x squared plus cosine of the expression the squared y over the x squared is equal to 5x. In this situation, obviously you can see the highest order to be 2. So we say that our order is equal to 2. And what's the power to which this order is raised. So the degree is simply 1 because the squared y over the x squared is raised to the power 1. And that is all I have for you in this video. Thank you for joining me. Hope see you in the subsequent section of this series.